Hi, good night, everyone. I am Danique. I am happy and grateful to be on this call tonight. I feel very honored to introduce you all to this business, this opportunity that I have been blessed with for the last year. I've known Richard and Kelly for about 13 years. They were in previous networkings with me, and Richard and Kelly are very good leaders, very high integrity, and they stand for what they know. We have been in previous networking, as I mentioned. Richard is a software engineer by profession, Kelly's an entrepreneur. They both stand for integrity, dedication, and success. I am pleased to be under the guidance and experience, and they are building a community with strong leadership and knowledge. I'm happy and grateful, as I said, to be in this community. And once again, I want to introduce our leader, our coach, Richard Leongo Gabriel.
All right. Okay. Good night, everyone. Good evening. Thank you so much, Danique, for introducing. Welcoming everyone to the call. Just make sure that you're in a quiet space. And Danique, keep up the great work you're doing. You're helping so many people right now that I know that are learning this high paying skill set. And tonight's call is really for you guests who are on. As you would know, some of you might know, and some of you don't know, there's a buzz in town. There's a lot of people talking about what we're doing and in a very good way. Okay, people are very excited right now to know that there's something real here. People are very excited to know that they have opportunities and an option in life. So, as Danique said, my background, I have software engineering. I also used to work for the ministry 14 years ago. My wife and I both are full time traders. So, what I'm going to share with you this evening is something that can potentially add to your life if you choose to. So you have the right, you have all rights, you're not obligated to do anything. But I want you to keep an open mind this evening as I share the information, because the information is going to help you to make a logical decision. I don't want you to make an emotional decision. You heard Danique talk about network. It is not necessarily network, but you can benefit from the network because your net work dictates your net worth, right? Some of you right now are in a place where you want to get to the next level. And what I had to do years ago when I used to work a job is that I had to disassociate myself from people that were only making 20,000 TT, 40,000 TT a month. If I wanted to get to 50,000, 60,000, 100,000 in local currency, TT dollars a month. And you do that, guys, by being humble. You do that by being open. There's no way that you can receive if you're not open. So you have to be like a gateway. Okay, so I'm asking you just for a couple of minutes just to hear exactly what we're going to share, why people invited you this evening, why we're so excited about it. I will share with you all of the details, and I know you're going to be very excited about what you're going to see because we do things on a next level, ladies and gentlemen. We have not been in the public, that is my wife and I, for a few years. And it was because we were learning a high paying skill set. And what you're going to see this evening, this company has helped us to take our income to another level, which it can happen for you as well. So I'm just sharing with you our experience. You're going to hear some other people's experience, and you're going to realize that this is real people talking here. And this is not pie in the sky. This is not any type of get rich type of thing that some people might have came here thinking. It is totally different. It is education. All right. So I want you to feel very comfortable and excited to know that it has finally come. Your prayers have been answered. And let's get the show on the road. So I partnered with this company just over 14 months ago. Okay, if I'm keeping track, not too good at keeping track of dates and months, but just about 14, 15, October 2023. You guys work the math, right? Now, I only looked at the company because the gentleman who shared it with me is somebody very credible. It's somebody who I have trusted for 14 years. And most of the time, guys, in life, you would only participate or give an ear to something based on the trust of the person who you trust. Now, you may not respect the person in terms of what they have accomplished, but you trust them. Okay. So, based on that trust, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to be able to now build yourself in a way that no one can take the knowledge you're going to get access to with this company from you in the future. And then later on, people are going to start to respect you for what you have done today based on trust. Okay. So the company's name is Iconic, as you see here. And we did not, my wife and I, in the beginning, we did not want to share this initially with everyone. Being traders, we were self sufficient, but we looked at the services and we said, you know what? This could benefit people, but let us just use it for ourselves. And we used these services and we got more profitable. We learned a lot more. And there was one story, guys, that I'll share with you. One incident that made me in particular start to share this with persons because of their success. I have a friend in Canada, okay, and he always reaches out to me for trading and different things like that. And I shared with him what I was going to get involved in. And I said, here, what you go, you take in the education as well, use the services, and you give me your feedback. And he did that. And he has been trading for a little while, not very profitable. But since he partnered with the company, the level of exposure he has gotten to top educators, to very good services, has taken him to another level. He was able that December 2023 to take 300 Canadian to over 3,000 Canadian in just about 3 weeks with the services. Okay. That for me was a defining moment where I said, no, I need to call up a lot of people because there are people that will benefit from this. I do not know who they are. I don't care what people will do. All I know is that I'm just going to be the messenger, and this seed will fall on good soil. It will fall on some rocky soil too. Some people, will not benefit from it. But all I care about is the good soil for this seed, because this is good seed. So I know that you on the call are here today and you are a fertile soil. Okay. And with everything in life, it's going to take time to grow. So some of you will be confused with what I'm sharing because you have never heard of trading before. That is fine. This is the space where you could come in as a beginner and you could learn this high paying skill set properly with the right educators, because that is what matters. And you could also use these services to make some extra income, probably part-time or even full-time. Okay, so there are no guarantees this evening. As I get into the presentation, this company says that based on the effort you put in, that is what you're going to get in return, the results. All right. And that is very fair. And that is one of the things you need to look for in a company, ladies and gentlemen. You need to look for credibility and you need to protect your hard-earned money. All right. So this is a call for people who have been sick and tired of losing, sick and tired of trying, and they don't have anything long-term. This is long-term here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Rest assured with that. Now I'm going to help you all understand why it is and how this company is here long term, how you could benefit from it, and if you could make money. Okay, because we're going to talk about a lot about money this evening. I hope you're okay with talking about money. All right, some people they don't believe in talking about money, but that's fine. We're going to talk a lot about money this evening, and I'm going to talk to you about how you can become more profitable, make yourself more valuable, so that you now can, let's say, be able to generate income successfully and skillfully, like a lot of us do in our community. Okay, so who are we at Iconic? We're a community of entrepreneurs with a mission to help millions of people. This company, ladies and gentlemen, deals with the financial markets, and it also deals with expanding the company where you could make money two ways. Okay, two ways. The first way is very attractive. This is what I liked about the company. I like the fact that people could get started with the company, get the right education, use the services, and make money and not tell a soul. A lot of people find that very attractive. Some people do not like to talk to other people. Some people are shy to talk to other people about something good. And I'm telling you right now, you do not need to. But I'll share with you why it is that that might be a downfall as well when it comes to the right opportunity. Okay. So remember, you can make money two ways here: from the services that I'm going to share with you all by yourself, and also from a business standpoint. Okay. Now, as the businesses have evolved over the years, I could remember clearly when Uber started. I could remember clearly when Netflix came out. I could remember clearly when Amazon, Airbnb, all of these things started to pop up. We are living in an age right now, ladies and gentlemen, where companies are, they're called disruptive companies. Disruptions happen not all the time, but we're living in an age where things are being very disruptive and things are changing. That way, your probably your grandparents or even your parents, as a matter of fact, they might not be supportive to making money online. They may not understand it. And as human beings, that is one of our defensive mechanisms. We are naturally designed to shy away from what we don't understand until we understand. So I understand people, and I understand that people are just scared of the unknown until it becomes known. You're just like my daughter, my 6-year-old daughter, my 2-year-old son. You're always scared at first, but as soon as they get more competent, you would see them doing everything. And that is how you need to think of yourself, guys, when you come into a new space that you have no experience in, or maybe a space that you have been trying to get success in, but you haven't had the right mentorship, coaching, education. So just like these companies here, we are in a space right now where the era of get good grades, going to school, get good grades, graduate, get a job, that era has passed. Sadly to say, many people who have gone through that academic life, myself too, after getting my degree, I realized that a job was just a short-term solution to a long-term problem where you would have more month than money. It's already 22nd. I know some of you are waiting until the end. You couldn't wait. You can't wait right now for the end of the month to get your paycheck. That is not a real way to live. Okay? I'm telling you right now. That is what you have been born into. Your parents have been born into it. The Rockefellers designed that system to make people I won't get too in detail into it, but that is a system that the world has been placed into to keep people in bondage. You can't set goals for yourself in life when you don't own your time. 8 hours of your life out of the day is not owned by you. And a matter of fact, it probably takes 2 hours to get to work and 2 hours to get back home. So 12 hours of your life doesn't belong to you. That's why people will say they have no time, they have no money, and they will cry that until retirement, and they will pass that down to their kids later on because that's all they know. So what I'm going to show you is a high paying skill set. Pay very close attention to this. That will give you both time freedom and money freedom if, this is subjunctive, if you are willing to learn. We all have free will, ladies and gentlemen. And that is the only thing that makes the difference between where we are right now in the community and where you are. So you can, because of the free will you have to decide, you have that potential to just decide who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. And from making a decision, your life could change. So Iconic will put you with global reach. The services are very flexible, where you have recording sessions. The earning potential is out of this world. You'll see some figures I'm going to share shortly that no job can pay these figures, guys. This is a space where the potential of income is unlimited. To get started with this company, it is a very small startup cost compared to the amount of value I'm going to share with you with the services. So you're going to be in one of the most sought after spaces in the world, which is the digital space, which is currently what's happening. And you're going to be able to partner up with leaders in the industry, people who know what they're doing and who have impacted millions of people's lives already. Mr. Edwin Haynes, the person on the extreme left of the screen, that is my personal coach, my wife and I, for over 14 years. Okay? If I could share this with you all, this was me 14 years ago, guys. I used to manage quarries for Trinidad and Tobago, and right out of university, I used to have to go demarcate the boundaries, do up the licenses, all of that for the minister, for the Ministry of Energy. And I spent 2 years working. And what I did from there, I said, no, this can't be life. This can't be it. 14 to 15,000 TT a month. That can't be it. Now, some people will say, well, that's great. I don't mind doing it. And that's 14 years ago, guys. So that was good income, but it was not where I wanted to be. I wanted more. And I know some of you want more, but you just don't have the opportunity. So what I did, I had to learn new skill sets. This is the hard part. This is where people drop the ball. This is where people stumble, and this is what keeps back people in life. People do not want to learn new skill sets. Most people are not disciplined enough to discipline themselves to stick to something long term enough to get the results. We live in a microwave society, and I see so many people who are probably so much better than me, very good at public speaking, very good at learning. They could learn more than me, faster than me. I might have to watch a video 10 times, they could watch it once. And because of their lack of discipline and their lack of open-mindedness, they will never reach their fullest potential. Okay? Oops, sorry about that. All right. So here we have the three amigos, Mr. Edwin Haynes, who, one sec, guys. Let me just make sure I'm coming through clearly here. Okay. Mr. Edwin Haynes is the president of the company, our personal coach, and he's the gentleman who I trust fully, and he's the one who introduced us to the company. One sec. All right. Okay. No problem. All right. So just a little update there, guys. We have some nice interviews for you this evening. You'll hear from people. That was just an update I was getting. So Mr. Edwin Haynes, he is a tycoon in business from real estate, oil and gas, and he has also taken companies to billion-dollar status. These are the type of people that I chose to associate with, and they're very humble guys, but they seem like they might be stocky, or people might seem like they think they're up there, but no, they just know how to protect the environment, because not everyone is ready for big income, guys. There's some people who cannot. It's like they're like a thermostat, right? Right now I have the air conditioner on and I have it set on 23. There's some people with their money thermostat, anytime, the AC works, when it's regulating it, it will turn on. Let's say it's getting too hot, it reaches 25 degrees in the room, it will turn back on, boom, and it will start to regulate the temperature. Some people, when you reach a certain level of income, they shy away. They cannot adjust to it. And I've seen that fully. I've seen people struggle when you talk about certain types of money, because they can't fathom the thought of themselves having it. So the limiting beliefs that people have, I've seen it firsthand, destroy people's goals and dreams. And Mr. Haynes had to culture me and say, Rich, because of my poor mentality, which is passing over opportunities repeatedly, I was not able to see opportunities faster in life, because I always thought about a job, getting more certifications, going back to school. Okay, so I had one way of thinking. Now, this company here, back to the company quickly. This company is very, very, very well established. Mr. Hassan Mahmoud, when I met him in UK and Dubai last year, we had many conversations, and I really like him. He's a very, very solid leader, solid person, a matter of fact. And he has helped create so many good services that has helped so many people in 181 countries around the world to benefit from it. And I'll share with you what those services are. Now, for credibility, guys, Inc. 5000, INC.5000 is one of the most reputable organizations that tracks the top 5,000 companies in the United States. And based on their performance, based on what they have been doing in the last 3 years, they have seen that this group of people and what we're doing here is impacting many lives. The company ranked number one out of all the companies in America, guys, by Inc. 5000. So what you're seeing here, I can't do more research on Inc. 5000. Neither can you. Right? That's for the people who like to say, oh, I need to do my research. I need to sleep on it. Okay, well, go do more than Inc. 5000. Okay, so now we have the financial markets. Now, one of the things I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, is that do not feel intimidated before I go on, because we're going to get into some real services here. Do not feel intimidated by everything I'm going to share. You do not need to know anything. You can be a brand new individual and you will learn everything here. That is why we have an academy. Okay? You don't need to know anything before you get started. That is why you get started. All right. So you're going to learn about a few of these markets, and trading the markets is very, guys, this is a lost skill. I say it's very important for everyone to know because this could literally free you if you know the potential of this thing. Okay. I'll give you some stories. I'll show you something very quickly. Before I got partnered with this company, I used to make roughly between 3 to 6,000 US trading per month. And since I've been with the company, we have been able to touch 5 figures a month multiple times. Okay. One of our biggest months last year was 26,000 US dollars trading. You tell me what job pays that in a month, and I'll come and do that job. Right. And the thing is, how long did this take to learn to do this? Well, it took less than a year to be able to do this with the right information. It took us we have been trading for 7 years, guys, about 8 years, my wife and I. And we have lost lots of money in the process, where we tried to even learn on YouTube. We tried to learn all over. We were part of another company as well. And they had good services. But what they didn't have was this lady who is a world-renowned stock options educator. I met this lady in Dubai last year, and she is, in my opinion, one of the best educators I've ever met. Because one thing is that she cares about her community so much and people's success. She's a no BS type of educator. She's very strict to the point. She removes all the fluff. So by the time you get into her bootcamp classes, which you will have access to, they're all recorded, within 90 days time, if you apply yourself and you go through those 20 hours of classes at your own pace, with your own time when you're free, you should become a competent trader. So the information is there, It's just the person's desire if they want the freedom. So I was very glad I could meet her in person. She's a fireball of energy. Her frequency is out of this world. But sometimes you need people like her to shake up things in life and shake people up. And I'm glad that she's exclusive to this company. You will not get access to her in any other company, guys. Okay, she is one of the reasons why we have people today who have left their jobs. Right here in Trinidad and Tobago, we have people today who are making 100, 200, 500 US a week because of what she taught. And they're doing it by looking at the charts, understanding it, and being able to make money. Okay, that is Jessica Ramos. So that is within the stock options market. So you're going to learn from her strategy, everything she knows to make you a high profitable income earner. And she's the only educator on this platform out of all of them who has created, guys, this is facts, 6 and 7 figure income earners every year. She takes people from nothing to learning this skill set. All you have to do is put in the work. That's it. Okay. That's why we say there are no guarantees. You put in the work, you get the results. In the Forex space, guys, the Forex is a $1 trillion market. And a lot of people don't understand that this is what your banks do. That is why they will have an issue with you trying to learn to trade with Forex. But you would get, copy and paste trade services from us. You would also get access to top educators who would trade with you live. There's a lot of different services that you will get access to, a whole bunch, guys. And I'm going to show you the price point. You'd also get access to crypto as well. Now, we have a mobile app called Iconic that you could download from the App Store. And even if you download it now, you can't get access until you register. Okay, guys? Now, Iconic we just released this technology called Swipe to Trade. And Swipe to Trade allows people to be a little more lazy. You don't have to copy and paste the trade. You could just swipe to approve the trade, and they would put it into your brokerage account. Now, this is the difference people need to understand with legitimacy, and you need to understand how to recognize them, ladies and gentlemen. So a legitimate company, here the difference, provides you with a product, physical product, or a digital service. Like Digicel, they provide you with a service, a digital service, internet. Okay. Blue Waters, they provide you with bottled water. So when you spend your hard-earned money, you get something in return of value. All right. The scams out there that people are putting money up into something and promising, 10%, 5% a week and things like that are not real services. They're just handing people over their money onto their platforms, and then they run away with your money. People get it confused. People have no clue the difference. So I'm going to help you to understand how to never get scammed again. Okay? So as a real trader, you need to set up your own personal brokerage account. You do not put your money on other people's platform, because that is how they run away with your money. They will show you a screen, tell you this is how much money you have, and then you don't get any money. Right? Stay away from those things. You need to set up your own broker, and that is why Iconic is so it is the way forward, because you set up your own broker. You just take the education and the services from Iconic to help you to make more money in your broker, to be able to analyze the market better, to make better trades in your broker. So any profits you make in your own broker are yours. No one has access to that besides you. It's very, very simple and straight cut. Okay. So for those who probably don't want to learn to trade, but want the easy way, you could use Swipe to Trade. Okay. The traders will get the trades, send it to you, and all you have to do is swipe to approve them. So this is semi-automated, and this is available all over the world. Now, for first world countries, for those of you who are probably in United States, you cannot have fully automated systems. It is illegal, okay, in that jurisdiction. So Iconic only offers you raw education and services. They do not take your money and do anything with it. You don't give your money to the company, guys. All right. So Swipe to Trade is that technology. We also have the IQ Academy. The IQ Academy is filled with a lot of different educators you could learn from, and you'll be able to get copy and paste trades. You'll be able to learn trading styles. You'll also be able to use this service here called Monara. Monara is an AI tool that the company offers. And this tool, ladies and gentlemen, if you have to get this tool alone, it will cost thousands of US dollars just to get access to this artificial intelligence scanner. Okay. The Monara scanner, what it does, it offers you an entry point and a take profit and a stop loss. And it makes life a little easier, but you learn to use this tool through one of our educators in a bootcamp. His name is Ralph, and he could teach you everything you need to know about the Monara scanner. Okay. So I'm just showing you the things you get access to. I spoke about stock options with Jessica Ramos. Jessica Ramos has some of the highest win ratios I've ever seen in terms of a trader. And it is normally $300 US per hour, guys. $300 US per hour for lessons from her. And you don't have to pay $300 US. So that alone, ladies and gentlemen, is a reason why people should get started. So you're going to get a high-paying skill set. You could learn a high-paying skill set for not $300 US an hour. I'll show you the price point just now. And she will take you from beginner level all the way to intermediate and advanced with what she teaches. Okay. And she's exclusive to Iconic. All right. Now let's look at that. Let's look at the price point. Okay. The Elite Pro Pack that everyone is excited about, it is only $200 US for your first month. Remember, Jessica was $300 an hour. You're getting access to her with all of the things I just shared. The Academy to learn, the Monara scanner. You will also have a Solex app from the company where you receive trades, copy and paste trades. You also get the stock options with Jessica to learn from her, all of her years of experience and knowledge. You get Swipe to Trade technology where you could also receive trades that will go into your trading account. And you also receive Plutus, which is a copy and paste trading service where we have so many people benefiting from those trades. Okay. So for $200 US a month, ladies and gentlemen, if you break that down in TT dollars, that is roughly 35 TT dollars a day. 35 TT dollars. That's less than a KFC box or 2-piece chicken. To learn a high-paying skill set, to invest in yourself to make money, and people will say, I have to think about this. Let me share with you something I've learned. If you have to get to the next level in life, you are where you are right now because of your best thoughts. Think of this for a second. You are where you are because we talk to ourselves at your level because of your best thoughts. Sometimes you have to borrow the thoughts of people who make more money than you. But the only way to get those thoughts, what creates thoughts, guys? Your five senses. So you have to see, you have to smell, hear, taste, touch. You have to get an experience from different people that could elevate your thoughts. So now you could take different actions in life, and then taking different actions leads to different results. So I don't fault people for where they are. I know why people are where they are, because of their environment. And that's why we have designed an environment, ladies and gentlemen, where people are excited. People are getting quality services from people who make tons of money, and people are absorbing all the information they could get so that they could elevate themselves. So I'm very excited for what we're doing right now in the Caribbean and other countries, and especially in Trinidad and Tobago, guys. Okay? People are really getting value. So much so that we have in-person classes. Okay, every Saturday and every other Saturday, we change up the location. So we have SAPA. This weekend, we will have SAPA. For 3 hours, we come out for. The first hour, we do a presentation for guests, and the next 2 hours, we go into training. People bring their laptops, and we go through educational things, guys. So we have designed a community where people are learning high-paying skill sets, because it's time for people to stop pointing the finger and blaming this one, blaming the government, and doing all these things, and take accountability for themselves, invest in themselves, learn the skill set, and that's what makes, the changes in lives. So if people need in person, you could get that. Okay. Now, what I want to do, I want to invite some very special people onto the call, but I want to invite back Denique onto the call for a quick sec, just to share with you all her experience, what she loves about the community and the services, and just to share with you guys from a local standpoint, as she's here in Trinidad and Tobago, how it is that Iconic is changing lives and what it has done for her. Denique, are you on the call? Still?
Oh, yes, I am, Rich. Are you hearing me? You hear me?
Yes, we're hearing you.
Okay. So, guys, I was reached out by Richard October 2023. When he was introduced to the business, he gave me a call. I was one of his people that he called. At that time, I was a bit busy with a seasonal business that I do between October to December. So I said, you know what, Rich, give me some time. I'll think about it, and I will give you a call when I'm ready. So Christmas came, passed, and then I got involved in something else, which I had in the back of my mind. Yes, I have to call Richard. However, I did call in February, and I joined in March of last year. I have absolutely no regrets for being a part of this business. This business has grown me as an individual, has grown my bank account as an individual. I consider this business as though I am doing my own degree. I take it very seriously because I have taken this now into a career. So this is where I will be for the rest of my life. I don't have to worry about going back out to work with any company, because this is a very lucrative, sustainable business. Of course, we manage risk management and all of that to go with the financial markets. People call and ask me, how you all handling things with Donald Trump on the as president now? But when you get into it, then you get to learn the different types of trading styles. We don't only buy, we can buy and sell also. Stock options came into the picture, and I think I looked at it twice before in 2024. Wasn't that serious? But then 2025 came after I did some soul searching, and I said, you know what? 2024 was my year to find something sustainable, something lucrative. And it was Economy at the time, Iconic now, right? And 2025 is a very serious year for me, because this is where I am taking my future. I'll be 53 in a couple of days, and this is it for me. This is it. I mean, from going on vacations, you have the US available. It's so different now being in this space, and I'm really happy that I said yes to this opportunity. And I could not ask to be in a better space and place right now in my life. This community is going to take you places. We play around, we have jokes, we joke with each other, but it's a very, very serious change in our lives, and we can see a lot of growth taking place in our lives. A lot of people lives are changing, people are leaving their jobs. Luckily I was self-employed. I even closed down one of my businesses, which was a smoothie and coffee mobile business, to focus on my stock option. And I know this is going to take me way beyond I expect. So, Richard, once again, thank you to you and Kelly for giving me that call, for considering me, and for me taking it seriously in 2024.
You're
Thank you.
welcome, Danique. I mean, guys, Danique is, let me tell you, Danique is an inspiration to so many people. And the thing I like about people is when they understand, listen, I could still learn. Some people think it's too much, they don't have time and thing, but that limits you. If you know you could, if you understand how powerful you are as a human being, that you could learn anything, you just need to learn the right thing. So I celebrate Danique and everyone in our community, because it's just time. Time will pass anyway, you know. So where you spend your time, you got to spend your time on learning high paying skill sets. High paying skill sets, guys. And pay your education, you know. Pay for it. That's where the value is. So next on the call, I want to introduce stay-at-home mom, someone who's another inspiration to the entire team. This person has impacted many lives. She's a asset to the team and to everyone. She's always giving, always caring. She's someone that, guys, you will hear from her in a few months' time, and other people as well. But she will be a force to reckon with, not just in the Caribbean here, but worldwide, as she has people in her team from other countries. She is someone that, you know, her energy, everything about it is transparent, full of integrity, and I'm very happy that she found her home here and she applied herself and she's reaping the rewards. Shakila, are you on the call?
Yes, I am, Coach. Good
Awesome,
night.
Shakila, just share with the guest on this call tonight. You know, just give them your story. What anything that's on your heart, share with them your experience, your past experience, and why it is this company is going to the top and helping so many people.
Okay. I have been in this opportunity for 11 months now, right? My 1 year anniversary is coming soon. I'm very excited about that. Honestly, before scammed, I felt serious financial struggles. No food, no rent, no nothing. I just wanted to make money. When that scam, for me, I felt hopeless, and I felt like this whole make money online thing. But a day I was scrolling through TikTok mindlessly. So I was scrolling through TikTok and I actually saw this young lady. She looked younger than me at that point. And she was talking about how she was able to pay her rent from the comfort of her home, like before rent was even due. So for me, that was like, okay, that's not interesting. That's something that I want to be able to do someday. That's like a big goal for me at that point. And I decided to look into the opportunity. Now, just like little video she sent me, and then I didn't get back to her, and I just kept quiet for a period of time. I told my husband about it, and he encouraged me to watch another call, one on next opportunity call. And I jumped on, and I felt as though, you know what, let's do this thing. Let's jump in. Let's get it done. This is education. Nobody's in charge of our money. We are taking full control of our finances, and we are literally getting the tools to do so. So when we came in, we didn't have any money to jump in. I tell you guys, the bank account was dry, literally fighting up to make ends meet. So we had to take a loan to jump in, which was crazy, right? It really was. But we had faith that this thing could work. Now, I took a loan to come in, and this is a subscription-based company. So I had to make this thing work for me. So I took it very seriously. I'm talking all hours of the night. I'm up studying, and I'm making sure that the knowledge that I'm getting is sticking in. I was able to make back my investment in 2 weeks. Now, past profits does not guarantee future results, but that is my story. I put in the work, I learned to do it the right way, and I made back my investment in 2 weeks. Then I saw Jessica. Guys, Jessica changed my life. I literally challenged her when she said she could turn me into an independent trader in 3 months because it sounds crazy. This is something that takes at least a year to learn. And you're telling me 3 months. I gave her 3 months of my time. Before the third month, even close to up, and I was able to go live. And I made my very first 200 US ever trading. Coach, because I was also blessed by having coaches and mentors within this company. I get way more than I pay for it. And he told me withdraw. He didn't have to tell me twice. I went and I withdrew that to my TT bank account. And when that money reached, guys, I felt like, okay, this is it. Because I know if I did it once, I can do it again. And I have the tools and the equipment to get it done. I am still a student. I'm always learning. It doesn't mean to say things. I have my losses, but I make sure that my wins are more than my losses. It's not something that's easy, guys. Bridge brokerage account, you are an education. That's what you are getting. Yes, you're
Breaking up a bit.
difference for me. So I am entirely grateful only for this company, but also for my mentor and coaches. And I do tell you guys, if you're looking at this opportunity now, give it some serious thought. Because my only regret is that I did not start when I saw it the first time. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Shakila. I hope everyone heard her coming through pretty clear. But just in summary, I mean, she just took action. That's all it is. She didn't think. What happens is people get stuck on the thinking process. Action is what makes results happen. Here, you don't need to think too much. You just need to take action and get involved and get into the system, get into the academy, get into using the services and start to elevate your life. It's just that simple. All right. So what I want to share as well, I know we don't have Kizzy on the call. Kizzy story is exceptional too, guys. You hear people talk about they left their job. Yes, Kizzy, when I met her, she was a true student as well too. She left her 12-year job at a permanent job because she started to learn stock options within the boot camp we did, a 3-month boot camp. And in 2 months before the boot camp even finished, she was already trading live. And when she shared with me how much money she's making in a week and she paid off all her bills too as well, I was very happy because people could come in and learn the skill set and make money, guys. That is the value we have here. Okay, so it's totally different. So with that being said, what I will do now, I will share with you the next way that you could make money because people are very excited about this. If I told you that you had the opportunity to bring to Trinidad and Tobago, if you're on this call from Trinidad and Tobago, or bring to your country, whatever country you're on this call, and be the first person to launch the next biggest disruptive company, and you're part of the first group of people, would you hesitate? For my business people on the call, business people don't procrastinate. They take opportunity really quickly. This company is very young, guys, but it is going to be a household name. The same way people will know about Netflix and all of these entertainment subscription things, people are going to know about Iconic as the income subscription model, where people and customers are learning and empowered to make money and have options in life. So how does the company grow? All businesses desire to grow, guys. So we're going to talk a little business for a second here. Let me tell you what you have. You have an opportunity of a lifetime right now. And this is not no sales pitch or nothing. I'm just being real down to it with you all. When I saw what this company had to offer and I saw the people I'm associated with, I said yes. Because everything rises and falls on leadership. It doesn't matter how good the product is or service. The people behind it and the company you keep are the most important thing. They are the ones who will tell if they could weather the storm, any storm. And we have been through storms with this company because it's a young company, it's growing, it's very disruptive. And people don't like disruptive companies. Okay. So we are very, very loyal to customers and helping people learn the skill set, and also to generate passive income. So I'm going to teach you now and show you how it is you could add residual passive income to your portfolio if you have a portfolio, which if you don't, you need to start one, and add more income streams so that you could balance out the bills. Because right now, that scale is probably one income you have and multiple bills, and that is called broke. So to get unbroke or unbroken, you need to balance out the scale. So this business model is very lucrative. It is not traditional business. It is the 21st century's best business model I've ever seen. When I started to understand it, I was very upset to know that why didn't they teach me this in school? Okay. You just need to know what is legit. So we are legit because we have a real service, real customers pay for. So to expand the business side of it, it's a no-brainer. So the subscription-based model allows people to do what Netflix did, to do what all of these Prime, Amazon Prime, and all of these subscription-based companies are doing. That's why they're billion-dollar companies today. So you need to sometimes move your mindset from being a consumer to being a merchant. It is a mindset shift that allows people to get to the next level in life. Instead of buying the latest fads, the latest things that come out, the new tech stuff, you need to think, or if you have the opportunity at all, how could I be the one selling this to the people of the world who are only consumers? Because we are trained as employees to be consumers, not merchants. Okay? So you have a unique opportunity here to be one of the first few to expand the next biggest educational platform where people are already getting results. So testimonies are there already, and make residual income. And let me show you how much money you can make if you choose to. This is optional, ladies and gentlemen. You do not have to do this. You could come in, use your services, make your money, and that's it. Call it a day. If you choose to expand and take advantage of the expansion, you could make from any person you invite getting started from 30 US to 50 US. Ladies and gentlemen, that is between 250 TT dollars to 400 TT dollars just for a new customer. That is business. Now, it doesn't stop there. This company has the most aggressive, which is good, compensation plan in the entire industry. I have never seen a company right now that has a compensation plan to compensate you for helping the company get word of mouth out to other people who will experience the benefits and gain the value of the services that will pay up to $1.16 million a month. US dollars, guys. Now, the company doesn't have anyone there as yet. It's young. The company has people already, younger than me, who are at $250,000 a month already. They were just the first people in their country. So you have first comers advantage if you choose to participate in the expansion. And I'll show you how this works. Let's say, for example, you have some people on your phone. You're probably a people's person. It doesn't matter. You don't even have to be a people's person. Okay, you just have to be the medium to send the message. You don't have to. People don't have to kill the messenger, as they say. Just get the message, right? If you led to 4 persons knowing about the education and services, and they get started to use the services, and they are making money trading and they are enjoying it, and you led to 4 of them, the company will pay you $50 US per person. That's $200. You already made back your investment because it's $200 most people are paying to get started. Okay, and you could do that in a day. It doesn't mean in 15 minutes if you call 4 people and they get started. In a month, it's just based on you. This is the most guaranteed money here, if I could use a guarantee, that you will make. Okay, you get 4 persons to see it, and if they choose, they want to participate, nothing is forced, you will get paid $200 US if they get started at the Elite Pro package. Okay, now every month from then on, once those 4 are active, you're going to get $100 US. That is approximately 700 to 800 TT dollars extra coming into your household. That could do something, guys. Okay, the next level, they say that if those 4 end up sharing it with others and it grew to 12, you had $500 US a month. That is about $4,000 TT dollars a month, ladies and gentlemen. We have people right now in the community who are at apprentice level, 100 US a month, influencer 500 US a month, influencer 1,000. Shakila, stay at home, who was just on the call. She's at $1,000 a month. We have people at 1,500 US dollars a month. Okay. Some of you might have heard of her, Brittany. She's on TikTok as well, but she loves the Pluto service. Okay. And my wife and I are currently at Prodigy 3K. Right? So this is extra money. And you know what you could do with this money, ladies and gentlemen? You could take this, you could put it into your broker trading account, and you could multiply it. So this year, we are very excited because we are going to have icons from icon 12 up being produced in this organization. That means that people are going to be making from 12,000 US dollars per month. You do the math, you sit down and calculate over 100,000 TT dollars per month. What professions pay that amount, guys? What profession really pays that? Think for a second. You have $100,000 coming in. The next month it's coming in. The next month is coming in. And then guess what? You know how to trade too because you learned to trade from some of the best educators on the platform. So now you have residual income coming in. You will have different problems. Let's just put it that way. You might have problems right now with the neighbor, but guess what? You're going to change the zip code. You find a new location and you have a different neighbor, right? You'll have different problems. You'll have different friends. You'll have friends who will leave you because now you're making so much money. They say, they think they're everything, yeah? But they don't know the kind of work that you put in. They don't know that you chose to elevate your life. So we have room for everyone to win, but this opportunity here is not going to last forever. I'm going to tell you right now. In business, when companies are expanding, they go through phases. Okay? Here are the phases. And this is what most people don't understand. They think, oh, it was here, it go and it fizzle out. No. This is real business. You have formulation, concentration, momentum, stability. If you think right now of Trinidad and Tobago with Burger King, Starbucks, let's just use Starbucks. Starbucks, I remember, had one location in Movie Town. It used to have Radio Shack some years ago. And now they have Starbucks there. And everywhere you're seeing Starbucks popping up. Starbucks is at a point called stabilization. Okay? It's everywhere in the country. Even if Trini's, boy, it's so hot, who go and drink hot coffee here? Business people don't care what regular customers people think. Business people understand how to make money. The owners of dog food don't have to eat dog food to sell dog food. You understand? So don't get caught up with people who don't understand business. That's why they miss opportunities. So this company right now is going to go through momentum. That means that we are going to explode. And with that explosion, people's lives are going to change regardless whether people join or not. Everyone can benefit here. This is for anyone, but it's not for everyone who's not ready. Okay? And then it's going to reach stability, just like our household brand. Everyone has salt in the kitchen. Everyone knows Chief. Everyone knows Kiss or Linda's. You might have Linda's bread in your house, whichever brand. It will be in stability where everybody knows. And that core group of people who helped with the expansion, they're going to make a ton of money, and they're going to also have the ability to trade that money with the skill set that they have learned to keep growing their money. Okay? So it's very, very clear-cut, very simple what we have here at Iconic. And the last thing I would share, guys, is that, the last thing I would share is this. We have releasing very soon for those who get started. Okay. This here is the icing on the cake. We have learn and earn at the exact same time. We are privileged to have the beta access to an auto trader. Okay. That in the last 22 days I've been on it, it has generated over 30% profit. Not even a month yet, guys. Hands-free, automated, that people will have access to. Now, everyone is excited about this, but let me tell you something. I don't rely 1,000% or 100% on any type of technology. Right now, what we are doing, we are very, very invested in people learning the skill set. It's like reading and writing. It's like learning to make money from the charts. But you are comforted by having access to services that could provide some form of revenue while you're learning. This is like you going university and having a part-time job. You're trying to make money to cover your university bills. Great. This is like that. You're learning the highest paying skill set that has no cap, but you're also going to have the opportunity to have swipe to trade semi-automated, have the opportunity to have full automation and copy and paste trading while you are learning to read the charts, because that skill set was taken from us. No one will ever teach you that. So it's in your vested interest to learn to trade, guys, to get back your freedom, where you are your own boss, and get the perks, I would say, of semi-auto automated trading. Okay, guys, so not to be too long, I want to appreciate you all for jumping on the call. Get back to the person who invited you. Wow, if you look at this picture here, is that a little Trini flag if I zoom in? Oh, wow, look at that. A little Trini flag here. Sorry, guys. All right. So get back to the person who invited you. Let them know what you like best, and appreciate them for reaching out to you this quickly. And for some of you who we will never hear from, I wish you all the best. Enjoy your 2025 and see everyone.